Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and talk about in this one, and you're gonna be able to see here on the right side is, well, you'll be able to see my hands as I write on this staff paper. And what you're gonna end up doing is a couple of things. We're gonna practice, of course, writing treble clef and bass clef first, and then we'll end up going through and doing notes, and then afterwards we'll end up doing specifically intervals, okay? And we'll do these in 3 separate recordings. So this one specifically is just going to focus on treble clef and bass clef. But with the treble clef, just kind of getting used to this. If you aren't used to, of course, drawing a treble clef, it goes as follows. The way that we draw a treble clef is we usually call it the G clef, and the reason why is because we start drawing from the G line, which is the second line of the staff. What we go ahead and do is we oftentimes draw a curve up to the third line. It's almost like drawing a backwards C. Well, backwards order of C. It's still a regular C. Usually whenever I draw a C, I usually go from top to bottom, but this is bottom to top. Then we curve down to the bottom line, and we curve up and over to the right, and then we have this little twirl at the top. We come down through, and then we have this stoppage where we go around. I'm going to go ahead and draw that again and go through that same process. So again, we start on the second line, curve up to the middle line, curve down to the bottom line, and we go up and over to the right side, and then we twirl back to the left and then come down through, and then we have kind of a little bit of a circle at the end to finish things off. Now that's, of course, the treble clef. Bass clef's a little bit simpler. Bass clef almost looks like the right side of like an animated heart. So like an animated heart usually looks something like this, right? And that's terribly drawn because I'm not much of an artist. But the bass clef, oftentimes what we call it is the F clef. And reason same as why we call the treble clef the G clef. So the F clef specifically starts with a massive dot, or the bass clef starts with a massive dot on where F would be. Okay, for the bass clef. Then what we have is we have this curve up to the top line, and then it just comes all the way down. And then we have 2 dots, specifically here on where E would be, and then here where G would be, and that's the bass clef. I'll go ahead and draw that again. This one's a lot simpler than the other one, but again, we have a big dot on the F line, which is the 4th line up. And then we have a curve over, and then of course we have these 2 dots. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and just use the first line of your staff paper, which only has 4 lines on it. I want you to use the first line to just go ahead and practice drawing in treble clefs and bass clefs.